Guys, welcome to JavaisAwesome, and in this video we can talk about some important interview questions. So basically I have taken lots of interview this year 2025, and some of the interview I feel really good and some of the interview I feel very low also. Like some of the interviewer asking some very hard questions if you are giving the interview for the 5 year experience, or maybe if you have a less experience also they're asking the same questions, no doubt in that. But I'm going to share you some of the questions which is very important, which I feel it's really hard to like code the in front of someone without taking any help, because we know Java features very well, but some of point of the times we forget to use those particular methods, like when we can use it, when we cannot use it. Okay, so let's so like what are the methods which I face really very hard. And in my interview also, like whenever I'm taking the interview, I'm also asking the same questions nowadays, because we have to make the interview as much as tough. Okay, so even past 2 3 weeks I have taken multiple interview. I have selected 4 to 5 candidates, but in the second round they have rejected it, in the third round they have rejected it, and now they're coming up and they're saying, hey, please increase the level of like what are the discussions you are doing, what are the questions you are asking, so please explain the hardness in that. Okay, so they are suggesting me to increase the hardness, so because of that also I am taking some questions which is a special questions everybody don't know, like that questions we are preparing and we are asking to the candidate, so that we can take some of the good candidate from that. Okay, so let's just start now. So the questions which I got asked from some of the interviewers. Okay, the question is like related to the anagram grouping. So for example, we already know like what is the anagram. Anagram means we have a two strings. For example, this is the string 1 and this is the string 2, second one. So if the same character, same time of the frequency, it will repeat inside the same, in the second word you can say, or a string you can say, it means it's a both have the anagram. So if you see B, so B only available inside this one times. If it is two times here, it should be two times here, then only we can consider both are the anagram. A is one times here, A is also one times here, T is one times, T is also one times here, so we can consider both are the anagram. So if it is, then we have to group, the anagram. If one more, some of the words are there and they are matching with that, for example I have one more word. For example, they have given T A B, right? So for that also I have to group it and I have to make it okay, for example TBA. So this is the one of the grouping, TBA. Okay, so that one we can consider as a anagram, TBA. Okay, because same type of the frequency they have, so we have to group all those word which is available inside the string. So they will give one sentences, and in that sentences we have to group each anagram word into the one array list and we have to return it. So I have grouped multiple words in the one array and map, and I have written it. Okay, so let's start now, like how it will work and how we can grouping and how it will grouping will do each and everything. Okay, so let's start now. So for example, you understood, right? The question is grouping the anagram grouping. So we have to basically do the grouping of anagrams words in this particular sentences. Okay, so let's start writing a code for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and let's put inside this main methods. Okay, and then after like once I coded those particular coding questions, then he asking, hey, can you please do in with the Java 8 features. So that is one of the more difficulty level he increased. So he is specifically saying like, hey, can you please do with the Java 8 features? So we have to think about, okay, what are the things we can use as a Java 8 features, then we can do it. So that is also one more difficulty they are increasing to use Java 8 features or latest features of the Java 17 or Java 23 as well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is like, what are the strings I have? I have think like almost something around 1 minute, and then after I started coding of that particular question. So what I did is like I splitted this particular strings with a space so that I get one strings array. Okay, and sentences array. So let me just mark sentences array. Okay, so this is one of the array I have converted, and from that array I have to like I have to use Java features, so definitely I have to go with the stream. So how can I use the streams here? That is also one of the very difficult task people are thinking. Okay, so what we can do is like we have a arrays methods. Okay, and it is having a method called like if I talk about I need in the streams. So if you see like a stream, so it will take as a array any parameters, any type of the parameters it will take as a array. If you see here, so I have taken this streams array and I am passing this my sent array, sentences array inside this, then it will convert inside the particularly into the streams. Then after what we can do, then after we can like now it's converted into the streams. Now whatever you want to do, you want to do some collects, then you can do collect. And if you want to perform some collectors operations, so we can write collectors. Okay, and collectors dot grouping by, because we have to group each and everything, right? And grouping by based on what? So we have to group particular things based on the each word. So for example, we have one array now, so this array each and every words we have to take. So for example, I have taken one word, and I will perform the lambda expressions on that particular word. So what I will write, word dot, and then after, how you know like both are the same frequency? So in that case you have to sort those particular like words, then only we can see, right? So for that again we have to convert to the streams, because without converting it you can't sort it. So words dot streams like characters, then after sort you can utilize those methods. Let me break it down. Sort, and after sort what you can do, so after sorting you have to convert into the again strings, and then after you can join all those into the one unit, right? So for that what you can do is like here you can write it map to object, right? Map to object, and take each and every characters, each character, map to object each characters you can take, and you can convert it inside the string. So a string dot value of, and inside the value of you can write char, and what are the characters you have, you can convert it easily. So it will convert into that, and then after you can easily do the collect, right? So after that you can perform the collect operations, not here, here. Now collect, and in the collectors you can join all those strings again. Okay, so collectors you can use it dot joining, right? And once you join it, it will give you the array. So if I break it down here, and if I store somewhere, okay. So if you see here, like in the grouping by, generally previously we have used for two parameters. Now I am using for the only one parameters. Okay, group, anagram group, anagram word group. Now what you can do is you can easily print it. Okay, s out you can do, and in the array list you can print new array list, and inside the array list you can pass your what are the object you have. So anagram group you had did dot value. So what are the value you have? If you print it, it will print all those value. So let's print it. Okay, so if you see here in the one things only in the group itself, so it's grouped each and everything as a list. Okay, a string one and list. So they have grouped BAT, TAB, TBA, and again CAT, ACT, and prince and dog. But those are the individuals, so they don't have any anagram, other words as a grouping. So you can use the same way, right? So you can consider these are the itself is a anagram. Okay, so this is one of the way to grouping it each and everything, and it's one of the hardest questions in the interview room. People are facing lots of the conflict while doing it. Okay, so that's why I'm explaining you, like guys, you can easily understand with that. You have to perform the operations on the word, again sorted and mapped to the object and store inside this with the joining. Okay, so you can get what are the words, it will group it, group it, group it, group it. Okay, I hope guys you understood. Thank you so much. We can meet some other videos and I will explain all other concept. Okay, thank you so much.